मेरो online TV, देश को मुहार.
Namaste, my name is Biswa Limbu and I am a journalist from Nepal. Ladies and gentlemen, today I'll be talking about the burning issue of our country Nepal, and of course the burning issue of India and Nepal, that is India-Nepal border. Ladies and gentlemen, this is of course a very much sensitive issue and we need to be very much aware before talking about these issues. First of all, I want to condemn the disrespectful, irresponsible and unprofessional behavior of some of Indian medias and journalists. We hope the border issues which will be peacefully resolved by both nations' representatives very soon. Today, I would like to send a special message to Mr. Arnav Goswami, so-called Indian journalists, including all the Indian fellow journalists who are creating hate and debate. Dear friends and fellow Indian journalists, please stay cool and calm, be patient and be positive. We just issued our map, which includes our own territory, Lipu Lake, Limpiadhura and Kalapani. I have seen many Indian journalists who don't even pronounce the name of Kalapani, Lipu Lake and Limpiadhura properly. So, to those journalists who don't even know how to pronounce the name of those territories, is very much shameful to claim those territories as their own. And dear Indian friends and fellow journalists, the map issued by Nepal is not artificial as you think and as your so-called analysts describe. So I just want to say that there are issues to be resolved and issues to be discussed in near future. Our diplomats will sit with your diplomats in near future, and our Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli will sit with your Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi in near future to resolve all these issues. So please be calm and patient before creating all the hates and debates. We know all the unresolved border issues will resolve peacefully and in calm way in near future. I just want to say to Mr. Goswami and all the fellow Indian journalists that please don't instigate us to speak against China. Don't impose your ridiculous agendas to us. We are not compelled to say China is not our neighboring country and brother. You said China never can be your brother. That's your perspective. That's your thought. That's your problem, but not ours. For us, both India and China are our neighbors. We treat both nations equally. Mr. Goswami, we Nepalese people are extremely unhappy. I should say we are very much angry with you, and Nepalese are starting to hate you now because of your mannerless journalism, dominating behavior to our nation, leaders and artists. Do you remember, Mr. Goswami? You were so arrogant, disrespectful, unprofessional and mannerless in that debate with Dr. Minendra Rijal, our leader. The topic of your debate proves itself that you are very much biased to Nepal and Nepali people. Do you remember the topic of your debate? If you are unable to remember, I will remind you the topic of your debate. Hashtag China uses Nepal. It was the topic of your debate. What's that? A big question mark to you, Goswami. And why is that? And no, the big question mark to you, Mr. Goswami. I have mentioned earlier that China might be your enemy, might be your problem, but not ours. Please, please, please remember that and note that. We will not take any responsibility of your enemies. Mr. Goswami, you were so helpless when Dr. Rizal asked you about the treaties, proofs and evidences regarding the border issues. You seemed very much unprepared for the interview and you were just trying to impose your ridiculous agendas, and the way you were trying to teach Dr. Rizal was so ridiculous and disgusting. You should have collected all the proofs and documents rather than playing with Chinese card. Mr. Goswami, please note down, we will not do anything under your instruction. Mr. Goswami and fellow Indian journalists, you guys are very much aware of our nation's status and dignity in international arena. Please, please, please don't call us your younger brother. From now on, if we are brothers, or if Nepal and India are brothers, there are no younger and elder brothers from now on. And please, let's forget about roti beti. This is very traditional. Let's forget about roti beti from now on. It has no meaning in this modern era. We are good neighbors, good brothers. If you are ready to say Satyameva Jayate, as our Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli said, and if you are ready to say those encroached lands, Lipu Lake, Kalapani and Limpiadhura belong to Nepal, you are a good friend of us. India will highly be admired by rest of the world once you guys accept these bitter facts. Thank you.